So find that place that's comfortable for you. Open up your favorite hand. Reminding ourselves how to balance the drum in our second favorite hand. Remembering that the hand rests at the 6 o'clock position of the clock face, and the thumb presses against the jingle in the back. The two peace fingers curl around just to the rim, and the drum is not sitting in the palm. You don't want to be palming your drum. Instead, let it rest on the very edge, this very long section that begins at the base of the thumb. Be sure that your palm is not touching the jingles in front of it, that there is space, and that you don't have jingles irritating the back of your hand either. Balance, release tension, breathe. Find that space in front of your heart at a 45-degree angle. And we begin with Ka, earth, the frog's pads of the fingertips. Drawing the energy up from the earth and bringing the hand into the head of the drum and sticking. Ka, 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 Ka. Reminding ourselves that the ring finger of the second favorite hand plays the Tics. And this time we'll do 2 of each, 2 Kas, 2 Tics. And once again we say it so we can play it. Be sure your lips are moving and that you're actually speaking the sound of the rhythm. Work through that language center of the brain that seeps deep into the subconscious mind, comes down into the heart and flows out through your beautiful hands. And let's say Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick. Yes, it sticks for a moment. May not have very long to stick. And depending on how much moisture there is on your tick finger, it will drag the tick jingle away after you've struck the tick. Breathing, enjoying the simultaneity that your brain can work on as you're still saying Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick, and listening to my instructions. Allow your body to move and groove a little bit. And we'll end with a countdown. The numbers will align with each of the first Ka of every pair of Kas. Ka, Ka, tick, tick, 3, 2, and 1. We always end on 1. We don't finish the sentence. It ends on the first note of the rhythm. Here we see the rhythm notated with the Rhythm Inlet's timeline unit notation system. K for Ka, T, small t for tick. And we have Ka, Ka, tick, tick, Ka, Ka, tick, tick. The right foot will eventually step on this first Ka of the first pair, and the left foot will eventually step on the first Ka of the second pair. So yes, we do step on Ka, Ka. And if you were thinking that already, congratulations. And if you weren't, I hope that I made you laugh a little bit. We could all use a little laughter at this time, or any time, whenever you're watching this video. I'm making it in July of 2020. So humor is one of the keys to our freedom. I look forward to sharing with you how to integrate the lower body and the upper body. walking, stepping while playing this drum. And that's how we create this ancient practice of synchronizing the mind and body and the breath, the heart, the hands, our voice while playing in procession. Let's begin to do that, and it will feel really good to you. Soon we will integrate the stepping and playing practice. But for now, we'll focus on our hands and our technique. I'm all about technique. And in fact, some of my students have labeled me as a bit strict. But yeah, I'm a real meanie, right? I do believe in technique. I mean, there are hundreds of techniques out there all over the world for every folkloric percussion instrument. Every culture, every tribe, every teacher has their own technique. This is mine. And technique is so important. You want your drum to sing. I want you to enjoy the sound of your playing. And it takes time. Pick up your drum every now and then. I have always suggested to my djembe students and to my tambourine students, leave the drum out where you will see it and you'll hear it calling. If your drum is in a closet or tucked away in its bag, you'll not hear its voice. Play me, and be like, what? Anybody hear something? You want this beautiful instrument to be hanging on your wall, right? How beautiful is that, to be hanging on the wall? And you want your djembe, if you have one, to be sitting out in the living room. So as you walk by and it calls to you, take 1 minute to play. Leave it out where you will pass by and pick it up. Next we have the doom, water. Same pattern as the ka-ka tick-tick. This time it's doom-doom tick-tick. The index finger slightly forward, fingers open, palm to the sky, and throw that finger in like it's the end of a whip. Not that I know too much about whips, but you know how the end of the whip seems to act independently of the rest of the whip, but also in reaction to the movement. So if your forearm is slightly fluid and you are throwing that finger into the drum, remaining in the crescent moon region of the drum head and down here by the 5 o'clock position, play and say doom, doom, tick, tick, doom, doom, tick, tick, doom, doom, tick, tick, doom, doom, tick, tick, doom, doom, tick, tick. And yes, as the ka sticks to the drum, doom bounces. It hits the drum and immediately bounces off. Like Tiggers. Tiggers bounce. Frogs stick and Tiggers bounce. Doom, doom, tick, tick. Doom, doom, tick, tick. Keep saying that as you play. Training that deepest part of yourself to say and play any rhythm possible. Doom, doom, tick, tick. 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 Breathe, relax your upper body and allow it to sway and groove to the feel. Close your eyes if you like. Notice what happens if you close your eyes, where your mind goes. And we'll end this rhythm together. Doom, doom, tick, tick. 3, 2, 1. So give it a shake. Release it all. So breaking down this rhythm, following the bouncing finger, doom, doom, tick, tick, doom, doom, tick, tick. Feel free to write it down. And let's talk about how we end our rhythms. 3, 2, 1. It ends on the right foot. It ends on the very first note of the rhythm. And yes, I do step right, left. I do begin the rhythm with the right. Unlike the military, who use their drums for the call to war, I use my drum for the call to peace and righteousness. So we begin on the right foot, and therefore we end on the right foot. So it's one more thing to check in with yourself as you're playing and walking and stepping. When we get to that part, you're breathing, you're playing beautiful technique and making beautiful music, you're swaying in time and stepping in time. You're smiling, your beautiful smile, allowing that natural smile to emerge, and you're stepping with the right foot at the beginning of the rhythm. In the future, when our lessons bring forth more complex rhythm patterns, it will be good to have that practice under our belts of stepping right and left at the beginning and middle of the rhythm. So be sure to write this down if you haven't already, and we'll go on to the next stroke of the drum. Cha, cha. And yes, I am changing the order that you learned the first time so that we don't create a groove in the brain of the strokes always being in the same order. Cha, cha, tick, tick. Cha, cha, tick, tick will be the rhythm. Reminding ourselves that the fingers are together for cha and thumb up. And we land on the rim where the frame of the drum and the head of the drum meet. On that corner is the rim, and we find the proximal phalanges, that very cushy pillow at the bottom of all four fingers. Finding that angle so that the fingers are not on the head of the drum, nor are they coming from the side, but there's your Goldilocks. And we say, cha, cha, tick, tick, cha, cha, tick, tick, cha, cha, tick, tick, cha, cha. And you can stick for a moment, if that helps, with balance of the drum in your hand. And that your balancing hand remains in the best possible position. That open carriage in your upper body, space between your chest and elbows and hands, a nice open circle. Breathing naturally. Cha, cha, tick, tick, cha, cha, tick, tick. Begin to move and groove. Connect with air, the element of cha. Cha, cha, tick, tick, cha, cha, tick, tick. Cha, cha, tick, tick. 3, 2, and 1. Cha, cha, tick, tick, cha, cha, tick, tick. C for cha. The same length. Notice that they are all in alignment with each other. So if you're notating them in your notebook, it's a great idea to draw the horizontal line across the page to match up with each of the rhythms vertically. So in other words, you have ka, ka, tick, tick across the top, and then beneath it you have doom, doom, tick, tick, etc. And they line up on the page. It's really nice for your eyes. And finally, tak. The fingers are open, and this time the ring finger comes slightly forward. And remember where we meet the rim of the drum, that knobby knuckle that's at the bottom of the pad of the fingertip. So you can feel that with your thumb, and then place it on the rim and really press into it a little bit. Say, oh yeah, there's that knob, the bony part that really meets the rim to give me my best possible twang of a rim shot. The palm opens to the ground, and we send that finger flying in to the spot of the 5 o'clock position, like fire, that crack, that spark. And remember, too far away gives you no sound, too far in gives you a doom sound, and everything in between until you find your Goldilocks so you can move out and then back in. Stick for a fraction of a second to give yourself that kinesthetic awareness of, oh yeah, that's where it is. And let's say and play, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick. Breathing and relaxing the upper body. Finding that sway, connecting with the element of fire within you, your passion, your drive, your energy, running on that beautiful solar power. Tock, tock, tick, tick, tock, tock, tick, tick. And when you continue saying the rhythm, then you're also breathing. You're always remembering to breathe in when you've been breathing out, saying your rhythm. Tock, tock, tick, tick, 3, 2, 1. And as a reminder how we do our shake, the thumb curls around and just holds that back part. My balancing hand has all 4 points in position. Thumb, peace fingers, and tick finger is closed in the tick position. Fingers together, the little brownie scout fingers line up with the rhythm, the ribbon, that happens a lot. The ribbon on your frame or the glued area of the frame. I bought this drum actually when I was traveling in Egypt. Jeff and I were both in Egypt with Layne Redmond. February of 2001, I celebrated my birthday there. Incredible. Of course, when you're traveling in Egypt in those days, you have to go to the perfume store and the alabaster store and the rug store and the papyrus store. It's part of their travel industry policy to do that. When we finally visited a drum store, I know this is a side story, but I'm full of stories. And the frenzy of all of us percussionists in that store, and we loaded our suitcases. In fact, Jeff and I had to buy a suitcase while we were in Egypt in order to bring home all of the drums and percussion. Anyway, so I said to Layne, how's this one? Do you like this one? And she played it for me. And it's beautiful with the inlay of birds. Just really stunning. Has some weight to it though, and that's something to consider when you're shopping for a drum. And again, if you don't have one yet and you're shopping for one, let me know in the comments below, and check out my buyer's guide video, and that will help you in your navigation of how to buy a tambourine to play, and then you can play along with me. Or if you're wanting to add to your collection, if you already have one and you want another one. Obviously, I have several. Fire. Tock. The letter T. Tock, tock, tick, tick. Tock, tock, tick, tick. And we'd be stepping here and then stepping here. And our countdown. Tock, tock, tick, tick. Tock, tock, tick, tick. 3, tock, tick, tick. 2, tock, tick, tick. 1. So take a moment to write that down. You can hit pause and then join me in the next frame. Thanks to all of the drummers in our circle on this day, on this night, knowing that without any one of us, our drumming would have been completely different. I thank my teachers' teachers, the teachers before them, and so on. One drum, one heart. Thanks for being here. Happy drumming, and may your day be in rhythm.